Warsaw Chopin Airport. This is where your Poland adventure begins. Whether you are taking off to some ordinary or some exotic destination, you'll feel like a kid in a candy store. Check in to check out. Warsaw's Chopin Airport. Your gateway to adventure. In this show, we're back at the airport with Adrian Kubicki. We're going to talk some more about flying in and out of Poland, in and out of Warsaw, some of the history of LOT, and other special arrangements. At the end, we'll also take a walk around the airport with Nicholas Richardson, a man about town, vice chairman of the British-Polish Chamber of Commerce. I remember the old airport. And let me tell you, that was a long time ago. I was living in London. I was a journalist. I came here to write a story, and for one of the papers over there in London. And I flew in here, and there was a big poster of Gary Cooper. I said, "This is odd." With some Solidarność.
Right.
I thought it was a food.
Well, it was meaningful, though.
No, it was Solidarity poster. It was famous with Gary Cooper from High Noon. Mm-hmm. But those days are a long time ago. That was like 25
the history of aviation
or so years ago.
is
Longer.
the history of Polish economy.
Almost 30 years. Yeah.
Because you have the simultaneous growth of Polish GDP, other factors which are important, which makes people more eager to fly. They need to fly for business. They have more money to spend their vacation abroad, and we want to be on that path, actually. We are developing actually faster than the market overall, so we take the major piece of the cake, which is good because we try to rebuild the share of the market here in Poland. We started in 2016 on the level of, 18%, and right now we have almost 30% of the market share, and it's constantly growing with the growing number of connections. But what you need to see that the aviation is a developing story. We started with the old terminal, which was built here back in the 90s.
Yeah, when they called it terminal, it had other meanings. You felt like you were going to a funeral when you arrived there.
Yes, but it was sad. Actually suitable.
Did I make my point? It was sad.
It was pretty sad. It was although,
sad. But now look at this happy place.
So it was a lesson learned for us, and now if you compare, I'm sorry for putting this way, but now if you compare our facilities with any airport in the US, you have to say that we made the progress, whereas not all of the airports made the progress in the US.
They haven't. I mean, the only reason in the last few years got decent food in JFK, and Dulles is a disaster. When you fly I fly to Washington a lot because I'm from Virginia and live there. That's my airport.
The problem of the infrastructure all over Europe, Western Europe, and the same in the US, is that these constructions were built in the 60s. They are not really used to be hubs for people who are transferring to other connections, or basically to accommodate that large amount of passengers.
This great amount
and
of
I'll
traffic.
tell you that we're going to see the same problem very soon here, because we grow so fast that this airport is actually already too small to actually fit to our growth path.
And are they building another airport? Because I've heard there are plans.
So first of all, maybe you don't even see that much of a people right now, but remember that there was a wave in the morning of passengers who took their morning flights, and it was pretty crowded. We should expect another crowd to come in about an hour or 2 hours from now to the wave of our transatlantic flights. So there are certain moments.
Because right now it's about 11 o'clock. Warsaw Frederick Chopin Airport. It's more commonly referred to as Chopin Airport or Warsaw Chopin Airport. It's an international airport located in the Włochy district of Warsaw, Poland. Chopin Airport handles just under 40% of the country's air passenger traffic and handles about 300 scheduled flights daily and an ever-rising number of charters. London, Chicago, Frankfurt, Paris, and Amsterdam are the busiest international connections, with Krakow, Wrocław, and Gdansk close by domestically. Chopin Airport is easily the busiest airport in the newer EU member states. It had 16 million passengers in 2017 and expects more this year. Formerly known as Warsaw Okęcie Airport or Okęcie International Airport, The airport bore the name of its Okienki neighborhood throughout its history, until its renaming for Polish composer and former Warsaw resident Frédéric Chopin. That all happened in 2001. Despite the official change, lots of people still call it Okienki, both within and without the industry. It was only after the fall of communism that a new terminal started to be built at Okienki. The main contractor was a German company, and the work involved 164 subcontractors and 121 Polish companies. The airport opened on 1st of July 1992, with the first travelers to use it being passengers returning from Athens, Bangkok, Dubai, and New York City. In 2001, the new airport was renamed Chopin Airport, after the great pianist. The airport you see today was completed in 2010 and 2011.
So there are certain moments where you see
in the morning
that the lines the queues are pretty long, and the airport slowly starts to be not very convenient.
Yeah.
That's why Polish government decided to build another airport, because you see that the entire Europe suffers from lack of aviation airport infrastructure, and this is the really weak point of the entire system. We could grow our connections actually ruthless. We really...
There's no ceiling to it.
There is no ceiling.
It could go... It's just what you can keep up with, right? And that includes cargo, too,
But you have slots here at the airport. Airport can accommodate only certain number of airplanes, certain number of passengers, luggage, etc., etc.
Do you know what those figures are?
The figures?
Yeah, do you know how many?
This airport was built to accommodate up to 25 million passengers, but there is a... Per year, and it's right now on the level of 16 million. So you would say it should be fine for another couple of years. But in fact, how they counted capacity? They counted capacity that on each hour, the same number of passengers departs the airport.
Yeah.
Which is not the case if you want to create a hub, because hub requires certain moments of the day when people come, arrive, and then they depart. So you have waves. In between, you probably can find some spare capacity to place another airplanes, another connections. But what we need as lot, we need slots at this specific time, hours of operations.
So moving
for that matter, it will be very hard to grow here. So we need new airport, basically. This airport is going to be built by 2027 between Warsaw and Łódź.
Right.
And it's going to be a major hub for Europe.
Well, Łódź is a town not so far from Warsaw to the south.
It's about 100 kilometers from
100 kilometers
from
to the
Warsaw.
south. Big town, but the airport's going to be almost becoming a suburb of Warsaw, but parts of it, the northern parts. But this airport will be between the two.
The truth is that if you put the major airport in between, it would sort of connect those two cities.
Yeah, and then that's a huge amount of
because
people.
you have to remember that every 1 zloty or every €1 put into the aviation industry generates 3 zlotys in other industries. Or 3 euros.
What is that again? What?
1 to 3. So €1 spent on aviation generates another 3 euros in other industries.
€1 in aviation creates 3 euros in other things?
One job in aviation creates 3 jobs in other industries.
That's amazing.
How do you find using this airport here at Chopin? How do you find it? Does it work for you?
It works for me. I think there are 2 aspects. One, it's actually very close to the city centre, so that's actually very good for a major airport.
That's true.
And 2, the size is manageable. You don't feel overwhelmed by it. It's relatively quick through security, depending on what time of the day you choose. And of course, it's new and modern, so again, it's actually quite a pleasant place to be as airports get.
Yeah.
And I have been in some airports, you have as well, some rather unpleasant airports around the world.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, most of it, unfortunately, I hate to say it, it's like the airport is nicer in Poland than it is in the United States.
Yeah.
Most of them. Although some of the smaller ones that are newer are nice in the United States.
Yeah. But here's not too bad, actually. It's reasonably efficient, because it's new. It's very interesting to see what happens if they have airlines building this proposed new airport.
Well, I think
45 kilometres.
Well, that'll make this airport amazing because it won't be so busy. It's not busy now, but it's ticking over.
For Friday,
Yeah, it is a Friday.
It's true. I would expect to be busy, but there we are. Yeah. It depends who's flying where and when.
Yeah.
But I do wish I was flying somewhere.